All right, guys, thank you for joining me today. Let's go through the standards. How does it look? How does it sound? Five by five. All right, thank you, Christian Prepper. Appreciate that. Let's find this fucking. Oh, we can do it here. All right. Let's find this fucking. All right, five by five. All right, guys. So today's episode, live stream, we're going to talk about what they will control. Now, this is about the Great Reset or the World Economic Forum. Apparently now, guys, YouTube has. This is not off the topic, but they're definitely restricting speech of any kind. So if you talk about, I guess the Ukraine war, if you talk about COVID, we know that they take channels down. Now, Prepper Tribe had one of his videos from a month ago. I think it was a live stream we did together, and this was from a month ago. And they today, or rather last night, took that video down. The crazy thing about them taking the video down is they didn't give him a warning and they didn't give him a strike. They just deleted the video. And they said it went against misinformation policy. Meanwhile, there was nothing in that video we said that was misinformed, if that's the same video I'm thinking of, and they just took the video down. Now, they're even getting to a point, guys, where they're not giving out strikes, but they're just taking videos down because they probably feel like it's misinformation, not that it is. So with this live stream tonight, I'm probably going to be walking that line, so we shall see where it goes, or how bad it gets, or how bad they restrict it. But with that being said, guys, with all of it, you guys know how I feel about distractions. I don't think anything's a distraction. We allow ourselves to get distracted, and we allow ourselves not to multitask with different information, right? So, for example, we could talk about the Great Reset. We could talk about the Ukraine war. We could talk about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, right? We could cycle through that information. Some of it's entertaining, some of it's real shit. But nonetheless, guys, if you let yourself get distracted, that is on you. You shouldn't be distracted. You should be able to look at certain things and go, all right, this is what it is. I don't know why they're showing us this a million times, but okay, I get it. What's his name? Dave Chappelle getting tackled. Okay, we get it. But we should be focused on a lot of the shit that's behind the scenes. Now, with a lot of the behind the scenes shit, guys, apparently we are, again, they're trying to distract us. Not that they are distracting us, they're trying to. So there are some people who are easily distracted, yes. They have like the brain of a goldfish, right? They're easily distracted, and that's it. That's it for society. Most of society's distracted easily. We are not. We can multitask. That being said, with the whole Roe versus Wade, I'm going to touch on that a little bit. The distractions that we're probably they're trying to distract us from, is the shot, the Pfizer data release, the Hunter Biden laptop that they're going to fucking, that's going to disappear. The Biden border crisis, or rather the border crisis with the border wide the fuck open. They're trying to distract us so that we take our attentions away from these things. But now, keep in mind, guys, there are other politicians out there that are not easily distracted as well, and still trying to get everything back on track with Hunter Biden and the border crisis. We have Ghislaine Maxwell, the client list that they were supposed to introduce in court. And then we have the record inflation, and we have the stock market that took a shit today. With that, guys, all of it is them distracting the normies. The rest of us, we can multitask and get onto it. That's why I don't subscribe to the distraction thing. Oh, that's a distraction. No, it's a distraction to you if you let it distract you. It's a distraction to the normies because they don't know any better. They're easily fucking, when they sit there on a street corner going, I don't know why this is happening. Well, because they weren't fucking following it, because they were following Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, or Dave Chappelle getting tackled. Which, Dave Chappelle getting tackled, first of all, it was a non-news, but I think the bigger issue with Dave Chappelle being tackled is the way the left is treating it, or responded to it rather. And RCX, exactly. You got to be laser focused. We all have to be laser focused in prepping. That's our main focus, prepping. And then all the other shit is we'll listen to, we'll take note, we'll let it entertain us, right? These are the entertainment shit, guys. It's still, I would say, news to get our mind off the bullshit. Again, Johnny Depp, Amber Heard, Dave Chappelle, that bitch Black China, that fucking ugly stripper whore who sued the Kardashians. That shit that you look at and you go, all right, that gets your mind off of whatever's going on for a split second. That is not for you to be focused on and wake up every morning and go, I wonder what Black China's doing. No, that's just something to break your train of thought on the bullshit that's going on for just a little while. That's what movies are, right? Movies are to break our train of thought, right? During the Great Depression, by the way, movies were the go-to, how you say, relaxations for most Americans. Most Americans actually lived in movie theaters during the Great Depression because they were looking to get away from the bullshit that was happening on the outside. So, guys, it's okay to be, I guess, distracted a little bit, right? Because it's fine. It's fine to not get distracted, but be displaced for just a little bit. All right, Alexandra the Great, thank you for stopping in. And I got to get back to your email. I saw your email, but thank you for stopping in. With that, guys, we have to, again, just pay attention to the bigger problems going on. Disinformation Governance Board. Thank you for that. I like that name. That's awesome. But thank you, Epic. So, guys, like I said, right now we have a lot of shit trying to distract us, but the rest of the world will be distracted by the shit they're going to see within the next few years. The rest of us are going to identify what's going on and go, okay, that's right. Well, yeah, RCX, I guess, whatever. The rich people shouldn't even complain about anything, but yeah, that bitch is rich too. She's fucking, I don't want to talk about it because that's actually a stupid case that I brought up, which I shouldn't have. It was just the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Suing somebody because they took the possibility of your show making money. Get the fuck out of here. Never heard such a thing. But anyway, let's get back on track, guys. So, what will they control? Now, this is talking about the WEF, right? World Economic Forum. They are looking to control every aspect of our lives. Now, with that, guys, their main reason for wanting to implement what they're going to implement, whether you call it the 2030 plan, the Great Reset, the Fourth Industrial Revolution, whatever you want to call it, they are looking to change our lives for the worse. Now, they think it's for the better. And according to Klaus Schwab, he thinks that by implementing the Fourth Industrial Revolution, that it's going to make our lives better and that we're going to just have to get used to it. Yeah, Brian, yeah, I saw that. The market took a shit today, right? Big time. Whatever. With that, guys, the things that they're going to control, we're going to talk about three things. Now, I watched the video also to help me, again, laser focus this presentation, if you will, or this live stream. But there are three things we're going to focus on. We're going to focus on surveillance, finance, and scoring. But we're also going to focus on something else at the end, that what is it going to take for us to get all of those, to get all of those in line. So we'll get to that fourth part, if you will, in a little bit. Now, the first thing, guys, that they're going to implement, and they're already implementing, and they've been implementing for the last, 30 years now, 20, 30 years, surveillance cameras, right? That's the first thing they implement. They want that to, they wanted us for the last, I don't know how long, to get used to the fact that someone's always going to be watching us. Now, I remember growing up in the 80s, there were very little surveillance cameras in stores. Nonetheless, on the streets. Now, surveillance cameras are on the streets. In certain cities, they're damn near on every block. In China, they're everywhere. China has an absurd amount of surveillance cameras. If I can pull up the number, it's some crazy shit like 100 million cameras throughout the country of China. So I thought it was just in the city like Beijing. No, throughout the entire country. 200 million surveillance cameras in China. All right. So, guys, with that, they want us here to get used to that. Now, that surveillance is only going to go so far. Then they want to upgrade the surveillance to a new form of digital ID. Now, you guys remember my video where I talked about an RFID chip to eat. Gardain, yeah, it's probably 300 million now. When I did that report, it was 200 million. But they did say they were going to add 100 million cameras by the end of last year. So yeah, that makes sense. It's 300 million. Thank you for that, by the way. So guys, the new form of ID, digital ID. Now the digital ID, according to Mr. Schwab, he wants a monitoring system that will also be applied to the movement and tracking of people. This is out of Klaus Schwab's book, guys, The Fourth Industrial Revolution. He did write a book, and I would recommend you guys trying to get it from the internet somewhere and reading the book, because he lays out, guys, a plan on what they're going to implement, how they're going to implement it. As far as the timeline goes, no one really knows on that, not even him, because there are going to be a ton of curveballs between now and then. Now, guys, with that, remember I talked about the RFID chip to get something to eat, right? That was one of the things that would get people on board with an RFID chip, is food. And we're seeing a food shortage. So with a food shortage, guys, when people are starving, what do? They'll fold easily just to feed their family and or protect their family. So we will most likely see some sort of a chip, some sort of a device on us. Our phone right now is acting as such, but they want this to be on us or in us. They're not going to get a lot of people to do that, but they will get a large majority of people to do that. Deborah Dude turned 65 today, guys. Wish her a happy birthday. Happy birthday, ma'am. And thank you for joining me tonight on your birthday. Appreciate it. So, with that, guys, with this new digital ID, or this form of digital ID, or form of digital access, if you will, you'll have access to everything from social media. You'll probably have to have this digital chip or device to access your social media, internet, and with your internet, they're going to be tracking your usage and tracking what sites you're on and your behaviors. You're going to have access to food, access to medical care, housing, e-commerce. That means even to buy something, you're going to have this device on you. Finances, which we're going to get to in a little bit, and travel. So just to travel, you'll probably have to have this device on you. So I guess I'm never going to leave the United States ever again, because there's no way we're getting with this bullshit. Now, with that, guys, without the ID, without the digital ID or the device, you might not be able to purchase anything, including food. So, guys, I will invite you guys to go to the World Economic Forum's website and look this shit up yourselves. That's it. Pornhub stock will plummet. Nice one, Epic. This stuff, guys, you can research yourself. And I didn't know that this World Economic Forum shit went back some years. Like, I thought listen, I had an idea it went back like 5-6 years, but it goes back almost 20-30 years. And they had this website up for longer than that. So, not longer than that, sorry. But they had the website up longer than I thought. But again, diving into this shit, I was like, they've been up and they've been around and they've had their plan out in the open forever. With that, guys, who will have access to this information, to this digital ID? Well, you will, and so will the government. The government or the elites, whoever's in charge at that point in time. A lot of countries are on board with this digital ID, but there are a few countries like Kenya who is against this digital ID, thinking, or rather saying, that the digital ID is illegal, and they think that it will invade your privacy. Kenya also thinks that the government will abuse it. So a country in Africa was like, no. And this is the Kenyan high courts, by the way. They decided no on the digital currency. So you're definitely going to you'll have countries, guys, fighting against this, but the leaders in those countries will mysteriously disappear or die. Just something to think about. We saw a bunch of them die earlier last year in 2020. You had a lot of African leaders that all of a sudden died who made a stance against the arm ticket. You can look that up yourselves. You'll see the different African nations that the leaders said no, and after they died, they said yes. Again, not a coincidence. Follow the fucking the breadcrumb, guys. It will lead you to the truth. And the problem with this is you have to dive super deep in the internet to find this shit, because it's not like, you type in African leaders that die, it'll give you a list. But when you dive into each leader and what their stances were, or their country stances were on the arm ticket, you'll be like, holy shit. Can't be a coincidence, right, guys? So with that, guys, the other reason why the high courts of Kenya said no to the digital ID, because they were looking to implement it there. They said there was also no clear data privacy policies. So they didn't have any data privacy policies, and because that wasn't clear, that was another reason why they didn't go through with it. Now, guys, in the book, by the way, in Klaus Schwab's book, he talks about how chips will be, again, inside people for tracking their movement and their behavior. This is in his book. And to be clear, this is out of his book again. Yes, Leaping Prep said this is what the mark of the beast is. That's exactly. You call it whatever you want. It's all the same, right? It all goes back to the same thing. In Klaus Schwab's book, guys, he states, in the near future, similar monitoring system will also be applied to the movement and tracking of people, Klaus Schwab's, followed by a fusion of our physical, our digital, our biological identities. He wants all of this to be one. So this chip's in you guys, and wherever you go, you're being monitored. Now, that is not to say that they're watching you like that, but should you, commit a crime, they can go back, type in your ID number, and follow everything you did for the last however long you did it while that chip was in you. So if that chip was in you for 5, 10, 20 years, they could track all the way back to the beginning. Thank you, Bella Hayes, for the donation. I appreciate that. And by the way, guys, real quick, again, Bella Hayes is still accepting donations till May 21st for an autism walk that she's doing. She has 2 kids that are autistic. If you're going to donate, make sure you type in a note section, Team Cologne, so that she gets credit for it. I guess it also, yeah, she gets credit for it, right? It's like those fundraising walks. So anyway, guys, with that, privacy at that point, guys, with this thing that Klaus Schwab wants to do, privacy will be a thing of the past. Privacy will not exist. And that's it. For the rest of us who don't subscribe to it, we'll probably be given a hard way to go. But by then, we should have our own society. So I don't know. I don't know what that's gonna look like for us, but I know that I won't be down with this shit, and this will be in our lifetime, guys. This stuff will be soon implemented in our lifetime. So we're gonna go through some fucking fighting and warring very soon, if they drop the hammer on this shit. Ghetto says, look up what Schwab's daughter is doing, Trillion Trees campaign. I gotta look that up. Thank you. Epic, yes and no. Nanotech has the ability to be tracked, but the way it's written, the way they're writing this, they want us to be able to use it. So the only way we would know we were chipped with nanotech is if we're accepted into the system. But for them to get nanotech into us, from what I've been told and from what I've read, it's a special syringe to do so. It's not just some regular needle that a crackhead uses, a heroin addict uses, or some shit you get at a pharmacy. It's supposed to be a special syringe, and the nanotech that they would use to track you, each code is different. So I guess it comes out of that syringe and it tags to a computer. But again, that's now. I don't know what it's going to look like in 20, 30 years from now, with auto upload and all that kind of crazy shit. Who knows? With that, guys, wow, 20 minutes in. Emma Wagner, thank you for the donation. Appreciate it. I do appreciate the donation, guys. Thank you. But again, I have to say it. I will say it a million times. With everything going up, guys, with inflation fucking going to hit an all-time high, you got to save your money and you got to buy your preps. That's what you got to do. Again, I went into a store for butter. I almost threw that butter fucking down the aisle because I was like, you fucking kidding me? Like, it went from $4, guys, to $7, like that. So, but I do appreciate the donations, guys. But save that money and buy butter, or I don't know, or a can of corned beef hash, you know. But I do appreciate it. Thank you. All right, guys. So the second phase, if you will, or part to the plan is your finances. The government will seemingly have more control over your finances and belongings. You will not have your personal belongings. You will not own any personal belongings. So you will own nothing and be happy. Well, that's where that's coming from, guys. You will own absolutely nothing. From the clothes on your back to the pots and pans you cook with, the elites, the algorithm of the computer system that you're going to order from will send you items when they think you need it. So if your spatula broke and you just so happen to say it, they would automatically send you one. Or not. Depends on the algorithm, how the algorithm works. Again, this information is out of Klaus Schwab's book. And there's articles on the World Economic Forum website pertaining to this kind of shit. Now, I would invite you guys, again, to look up, guys, research sharing economy, and you're going to see a ton of articles on what that looks like, or what that could look like. Spam on Amazon is $2.90 because nobody wants that shit. That's why. $2.90 for spam. Spam will probably stay at $2.90 or $1 wherever you are because no one buys that crazy shit. Anyway. Oh shit! I just saw something. Pimbo talked about Joe restocking our oil and that the time is. Neighbor Bob, that timing is interesting on that. Yeah, absolutely. So guys, they will give you what you want. Again, and that's when the algorithm of your computer tells them that. Even your home might be shared. So when you're not home, somebody else might be staying there. And the only way they're going to do that, guys, is if they start making us work 12-hour work days or 14-hour work days. And then while you're at work, somebody's in your home. And the home, again, is not yours. And the only belongings you're going to have is whatever belongings you might have in a bag you carry to and from work. David, yeah, they won't control us. But here's the problem. And this is not directed towards you, David. This is directed towards everyone. How many of us are going to put that fight in? How many of us are going to sit there and be pushed around and then finally crumble? What's up, Magic Prepper? Thank you for joining us tonight. How many of us are gonna fold? Again, we watch people fold, guys, for a lot fucking less. All right, a lot less. So with that, DK556, do me a favor. You send me that email. I will look for it. But when you guys send me emails, please put your tag name in the email as well, so I can identify you or have an idea. You know. So then I also can make the connection to the email when you make comments like that. That'll help me out a little bit. Because I got the fucking memory of mush now. Anyway, guys. Home sharing. Bad shit. Linus. I'm Linus. Thank you for the donation. Appreciate it. Ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah, new beginning. Listen. I'm going to get to why or how they can get this to happen. Here in the United States, it's going to be hard. But worldwide, they can make it happen. And in the United States, there's only one thing that would make it happen. We're going to get to that in a little bit. But again, guys, right, we saw people fold for a lot less. We saw people fold for the, thank you, CB, for the juice, the arm ticket, whatever you want to call it. People folded like cheap fucking suits, right? And, you know, talking about folding, interestingly enough, yesterday, I was just breaking the balls of a guy I used to go to work with, a fireman. And I was just breaking his chops. And, you know, again, with the bantering, he had an article in an MMA magazine. So, if I'm Mixed Martial Arts, right? Mixed Martial Arts magazine. He had an article in there, and they did a piece on him. So whatever, they do the piece on him, and I look at the piece, and I'm like, you know, I said, are you dying or are you dead? Is what I said to him. I said, are you dead? So what's up with the obituary? Because in the article, too, they also talk about his accomplishments through life. But I didn't read that because I'm an idiot. And so he responds back. He goes, "Who are you again?" That was his response to me. And my response to him was like, "I'm the guy who stood up to the, who had the balls to stand up to the system," or something to that effect. With that, he replies, he goes, "Dying on your sword for 100 followers is not a longevity game plan." He says, "Hopefully your kids," he says, "hopefully your 15 kids," breaking my nuts. He goes, "Hopefully your 15 kids can live off of those words." And I reply, I said, "Unfortunately, all a man has is his word." And I said, "And without that, you're just a cheap dude, or you're a coward running for the hills." Something to that effect. So, again, I was like, breaking his balls, but when he fucking came back with that comment, I was like, all right. And I told the guy, "Listen, whatever you have to do to make yourself sleep at night, sleep better at night. If you fold it because you took the jab, because you took it, you fold it, that's on you. But thank you, Jamie. You have to stand true to your convictions at some point in time." And a lot of these guys are telling themselves whatever they need to tell themselves to make themselves feel better. That's fine. And so when he said that, I was a little annoyed. I said, I get it. Cowards, man. And that's the problem. Cowards are going to fucking come up with whatever fucking ideology in their head's going to make them feel better. That's what people do. They're like, "Well, I did this because," and I'm like, all right, man, listen, there are people who took this shot, and I have to say this, people who took this on ticket way before that shit was implemented. And these people thought that they were fucking helping out. That's all. And you can't blame them for that. But everybody else who sat there and cursed and screamed and said, "We're fucking not doing this," and then turned around and did it, that's the people who you're not going to get any good backing up from, guys. You're just not. And if these guys couldn't stand their ground on something like this, what makes you think people are going to stand their ground on something like this, the Great Reset? How many more people are going to fold? Humble Lion says 90% of the people want to be ruled. I get it. I guess, right? I mean, it's got to be, the Prepper Revelator. Listen. It's it's not about being a real man, but it's about, you have to be a man in your words. And like, when you fuck up, you have to own up to your own mistakes. That's just how that's how the world should work. Not that that's how it works. That's how it should work. When you say something, you have to follow through with it. And listen, a lot of us don't follow through with certain things, but that's smaller things. This shit was a bigger fight. This was a real fight. And motherfuckers just folded. So any fight that comes after this, guys, after that, there's no fucking way. There's no way these guys are gonna fucking fight. There's absolutely no shot in hell. One of my buddies was super fucking pissed. And there were guys who were super pissed. There were guys that were legitimately crying over the fact that they had to do this because they had to feed their families, and I get it, but I was in the same boat. I have to feed my family, and right now, shit's a little tight, but not too tight. Things are going to get better. I know they are. I'm not worried about it. I guess I have blind faith. I don't know what you call it. I did have money put away. I do have extra money to get certain things that I want. So we're not fucking struggling. But I did leave money on the table. Let's put it like that. I left a ton of money on the table. And was leaving that money on the table worth it? Absolutely. Absolutely. $6,000 a month extra, guys. Left that on the table. I don't even think about it. Like the amount of money now. I'm just like, because look at all the shit that's going on. Now they're talking about annual arm ticket shots. Annually. No thank you. No thank you. Because you know what that means, guys? That means annually they're going to be forcing these people to get it. And if you don't, they're going to suspend you, dock you pay, whatever the fucking crazy bullshit they're going to do. And that's part of this whole Great Reset, guys. This is conforming people into what they want, this whole Great Reset shit. Because if you don't take it every year, they're going to do something to you to reach into your fucking bank account and make you do it. Right? So a lot of people don't have a fucking leg to stand on. With that, guys, one thing that we have to be very careful of is the central banking digital currency. Now, This is where the government or whatever state or country controls this bank. The government will essentially be your bank. They will cut out the middleman and destroy the banking industry. I don't know how they're going to do that, but they're going to destroy the banking industry. Now, United States, Brazil, China, Canada, Germany, Austria, and Australia are in the researching phase or developing phase of the central banking digital currency, guys. Keep that in mind. We will be seeing this rolled out pretty soon. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say Austria or Germany will be releasing this either by the end of the year or next year. Probably by next year. Central banking digital currency. Guys, look it up yourselves. You can absolutely type in CBDC or central bank digital currency and you'll see this bullshit pop up. Forest Preparedness, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Thank you again. Well, yes, I appreciate that. I appreciate the comment. Thank you. So, guys, here's the problem with the digital banking, digital currency system. We're a few years away from seeing it in a lifetime, and they can cut you guys off from your money when they want, and they can reward you at will. So obviously, let's say you rat on your friend, Jimmy the Dickface didn't take the annual shot. They can reward you $50. Jimmy the Dickface, I don't know who that is. Meanwhile, they have you on surveillance, mingling with the guy. They take money out or they lock your money up. Now, we did see this sort of behavior with bank accounts being frozen recently in Canada. When they froze the bank accounts of truckers and people who were helping out with the Freedom Ride, the Freedom Trucker thing in Canada, right? We saw that firsthand. We read articles on it. So again, if a government, guys, was able to do it now, what do you think they're going to be able to do it in the future, in the near future, if you will? Yeah, Jimmy the Dickface is a mess. But guys, it's again, it's bad form. And if this happens, guys, if they lock people out of their money, if they lock people out of their bank accounts, this is when the uprising should fucking go into full swing. And not half-ass swing, no, let's see what we're going to do. Let's see what they do first. No, full fucking swing. Storm whatever the fuck you need to storm. Now, with that, guys, the third part to their plan, right, if you will, is, where are we at, the half-hour mark? All right, guys, so we're at the half-hour mark real quick. Nutrient survival. I'm just going to talk about it real quick. I'm not going to do a commercial. Again, talking to the nutrient survival people. Guys, with a food shortage on the way, nutrient survival is probably the best way to go with stocking food to your supplies. I wouldn't just make nutrient survival my sole supply, but I would definitely add it to my supply. Again, guys, nutrient survival are the nutrients you need in the freeze-dried food industry. They're one of the best out there. And I would absolutely encourage you guys to, at the very least, look at their website. The link is in the chat. Thank you, Gene W. The link's in the chat. Look at the website and float around on it. You can go through my link. You can go through, I think Bear Independent has one. There's a couple of guys that have it. Angryprepper. Whoever link you go through it and look to it. Yes, guys, you can grow food too. And if you're growing your food, I'm hoping you guys are canning it and dehydrating it or freeze drying it if you got a machine. But absolutely, grow your food supplies any way possible, guys. Being that shit is getting worse, again, buying freeze-dried food, if you can't get a freeze-dried machine, is the way to go. RXC said nutrient survival is out of so many products. I checked today. All right, thank you for that, because I was told something different. All right, so then they're running out of shit as well. So guys, do yourself a favor. Check to see what they got. Also, Amazon. Who's the fucking the food on Amazon that everybody's fucking buying up that I can never get my hands on, but when it's around. Also, looking at Peak Refuel as well. They're absolutely good, but they are expensive. So keep in mind, guys, if you're gonna look at Peak Refuel, they're very expensive. All the other shit I don't subscribe to. But like Peak Refuel right now, guys, they have a base camp for $149. But the base camp is only 24 packets inside. Nope, sorry, 12 packets, 2 servings each, 24 servings, sorry, in a single bucket. But peak refuel is also another way to go. Give me 2 seconds. And I could... It's fucking internet. Sometimes I want to smash my computer into a million fucking pieces. But anyway. So guys, like I said, Nutrient Survival, Peak Refuel, and what's the other fucking company's name? Shit, I can't think of it right now. Fucking machines acting like a business. Yeah, I can't remember the other. Oh, Augustin Farms. Augustin Farms, guys. Thank you, Tina Mitten. And I just found it at the same time. Augustin Farms, guys, they still have some shit on there. Keep in mind, guys, the longer you wait to order this shit, whether it's Nutrient Survival, Augustin Farms, or Peak Refuel, the longer you wait, the less chance you have of getting this shit, guys. You have to fucking get it as soon as you can. For Patriots, I wasn't a big fan of their shit. Though, if you want to order it, so be it. Or listen, let me say this: whatever you can order, guys, fucking order it. That's it. Whether it's Mountain House, whether it's Nutri Store, whatever the fuck it is, guys, order this shit. Don't wait. All right, do not fucking wait on ordering any of this shit. You know, like I'm from Nutri Store. I'm getting what is it? Freeze dried diced chicken. All right, again. Order the shit as ASAP, guys. Don't fucking wait, because at some point, I would say later this year, you won't be able to order a lot of that stuff, right? So again, just try to do yourself a favor and order as much as you can now, and keep it close to, you know, and keep ordering it until you can't order it anymore. I know that, you know, it's better than nothing, guys. Nutrient Store is really good right now. They're another company that I would absolutely push. But for example, I'm going to give you guys this link as well. This is the beef. They have ground beef that's freeze dried, and you don't see that much. And guys, if you see it, buy it. Chris Farley, thank you for the donation, man. I mean, listen, guys. I'm an affiliate with Nutrient Survival, but wherever you get it from, just fucking get it. You know, that's the bottom line. You know, and even if you go through another YouTuber, just fucking get the shit. All right. Don't split hairs about where you get it from. That's why I was telling you guys, if you save your money, you can get a lot of this shit online as well, before they raise the prices too high or they're out of it. Anyway, enough of that freeze dried rant. Back to the end of the world. All right. Anyway, so the next section that we're going to talk about is scoring. Now, a lot of you know what I mean when I talk about scoring. Scoring, guys, the social credit system. It is fully operating in China right now. It is operating to the point, guys, where the Chinese can monitor how badly you drive or how good you drive, how many video games you play or how long you played them, how many things you buy, how many luxury items you buy, social interactions. If you're, again, associated with Johnny the Dickface, guess what happened? Or Dickface Johnny, whatever you want to call him, right? If you're associated with this dude, they'll be like, oh my God, is Sarah talking to Johnny the Dickface? Drop her credit score, right? So, we're reading about this shit in China, and they want to implement this scoring system around the world. Now, again, the World Economic Forum wants the Great Reset, guys, because the Great Reset, they want to reset the entire planet. They want to bring the human population down. They want to tell us what we're going to eat. They're going to tell us how we're going to dress. Nice one, Rip Curl Readiness. So, yeah, guys, we're seeing it. And now the credit score system is similar to that for other countries like here, the UK, a couple countries in South America. But a lot of the credit scoring systems are going to be upgraded, if you will, to the social credit score, the social credit scoring system. Sorry, right? And that's how they're going to fucking go about it. Now, guys, the social credit score system is absolutely bad. China went full retard in 2021 when they completely implemented it across the entire country. Now, in China, they report on trustworthiness, individuals, corporations, and governmental entities across China. That is why they use it, and they implement and they grab all this information from their 300 million surveillance cameras. And their 300 million surveillance cameras, guys, has an AI technology that can identify who you are, where you live, your blood type, the whole 9 yards. Yo, it's impressive at the same time, I have to admit. That technology is super impressive. But it is also the devil. Now, guys, with that, the first country in Europe that's going to implement the social credit scores, guys, is Italy. I would have never guessed Italy, but Italy is going to be the first country, the European country, to implement the social credit score later this year. Australia is going to follow soon. I thought Australia would have fucking implemented it first, but they're not. They're going to follow probably next year. They're going to have it up and running. Now, look how they're treating their own people. Their own people were easily curtailed. There was some rioting in Australia, but not enough to make the difference. And when they implement this, a lot of Australians are going to go along with it. So, with that, guys, those are the 3 phases. The 4th phase, and this is not a phase, but this is an event that needs to take place to get us on board. The event that needs to take place to get us on board, guys, has to be a cataclysmic event in the United States, in the UK, and possibly in Russia and China, even though Russia and China are going to implement their own program. But if they don't follow suit, it could be they could see a cataclysmic event in their countries as well. So, for us to fall in line, guys, the cataclysmic event mixed with the shit that we have going on now can absolutely have a lot of us roll over to joining this system. And to join the system, you have to be in the city. So that's going to be the bigger fight, getting everybody to join the city. Now, we've seen it in movies. We've seen these mega cities or mega buildings. We've seen this time and time again. But these are the things that they're looking to implement. Now, again, for anybody who disagrees with me or doesn't think so, do yourself a favor, just look it up. And DJ Smiley, yes, you don't have to be fearful. You don't have to live in fear. That's not what this is. This is information so that you guys know what's coming and how to beat it. Sweden is coming, don't worry. Nice one. But, yeah, guys, this is what they have stored for us. Yes, DJ Smiley, we do outnumber them. Absolutely. That's the thing. We outnumber. I'm going to go back to the fucking thing in New York, guys. When we had 15,000 motherfuckers marching across the bridge. We outnumbered the city politicians and the fucking bosses. We outnumbered them. And yet, everyone fell in line because of a threat. The word of a threat. Not an actual threat, the word of a threat. And guys folded. So now, guys, if people folded like cheap suits over the word of a threat, but people saying, if you don't do this, you're going to lose your job, and motherfuckers go, oh shit, and then they ran and got it, what makes you think people are not going to do the same thing when they want to implement this? Now, there's going to be a small percentage of us that are going to fight this. I don't know if that's going to work out well for us or not, but regardless, guys, it's going to be a fight. And whether it works out for us or whether it doesn't, I guess it's irrelevant. Because some people think we can't beat this, and I think we can beat this. We just have to be fucking super smart about it. So hold on. Sorry, I was looking at something. I was trying to make sure of one thing, and everything is still copacetic for now. Yeah, that was a nice one. Unknown Vector said, think about it, or think. She said, 1,000 average Americans on 10 acres would rather hurt and steal from each other than pull together. Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. That's why we got to weed out the assholes, right? NFT sales dropped 92%, and the NFT market crashed. That's what they get for buying digital nothingness. Mario123, nice one. I like that. I didn't know that I wasn't following the NFT sales, but the sales dropped 92%. Yo, everything took a shit today, right? So that's it. If you have money in the market, guys, it's done, right? Not as done, but you lost a nice little chunk, you know. North Shore Preparedness, thank you for joining me tonight. I know you've been in here. Jimmy the Dickface action figures. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure there could be Jimmy the Dickface target practice. You know, targets. That wouldn't be a bad idea. We hate you, Jimmy the Dickface, and then you guys just let a couple rounds go down range. Yeah, guys. So the cataclysmic event. Who the fuck knows what that's going to be? But I'm all but sure something is going to fucking happen to try to get us in line. But unfortunately, guys, we have to wait and see. Again, this thing we're going through, guys, is fucking, like I said before, I will say a million times. There will be other channels that will say it a million times. This is going to be a very painful next couple of years. It's not going to be 1 year. It's going to be the next couple of years. We dropped 1,000 points, actually 1,063 points today. Right, the stock market took a shit. The NASDAQ is down 5%. And they said it was the worst day since 2020. And we're going to have more worse days. So all we can do, guys, is get ready for the hurt. And how we're getting ready for it is going to lessen that pain for us, because we see it coming and we're preparing for it. So whatever happens, guys, it will affect us less because we saw it coming. For those that don't see it coming, it's going to be painful for them. Someone said the internet down on Saturday. I don't think so. I didn't hear anything about it. And even if I did, I would take that with a grain of salt. Anything with the whole, you know, with the timing of something, like, oh, today or tomorrow they're going to have, whenever there's a set timeline, guys, it never happens. It might happen 5 days later or fucking 2 years later, but it doesn't happen on that day. I mean, because we don't even know when the fuck is going to happen. You know, listen, according to a YouTube channel, there was supposed to be a fucking disastrous event downtown New York last month, the 18th. The 18th came and went, and nothing happened. All right? 2020, year 2000, the world was supposed to explode, and the nuclear silos were supposed to fucking let the missiles off because they thought that, you know, so whenever there's a set date, I don't subscribe to it anymore. I take that shit with a grain of salt, man. Has it gone down from 38? So, with that, guys, do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down. Again, tonight, I'm feeling like an asshole. So, I will give myself a thumbs down, making it number 4. But, guys, whatever you want to do, thumbs up, thumbs down. Well, Mario Webb, 123. Listen, like that's a little more of a set schedule, and Invasion's a little more set. But when people go, you know that there's an earthquake that's gonna happen May 25th, I'm like, no, how the fuck do you know that? You know, like seriously, you know, when people say shit like that, I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. You gotta be kidding me with these set dates. Y2K never happened, so they never paid any attention to the doomsday dates. So I don't remember 2012. What was supposed to happen? The world was supposed to crack in two. We were supposed to go back in time, or was a black hole supposed to open up? We're supposed to get sucked into it, end up in another universe. There was so many theories about it, man. It was fucking insane. And I looked at it. I'm like, I don't think anything's gonna happen. I mean, you know, I didn't think anything was gonna happen once I heard all of the theories out there. I was like, oh, this is not gonna happen. And there was a guy. I think some of you heard me talk about it before. On 2012, December 31st of December 21st of 2012, some guy was supposed to jump off a cliff at this certain spot in I want to say Arizona, and the world was supposed to open up, or a hole was supposed to open up, and he was going to go through it. And he was, guys, some of the shit out there was just ridiculous. Deuce Durden, yes, Deuce Durden. There is a Angry Truth tonight. Thank you for reminding me to remind people. Appreciate it. But we're going to talk about that's going to be a short one. We're going to talk about the midterm elections not happening and the false narrative, the disinformation board. We're going to talk about that for a little bit tonight for those of you that want to follow. If not, you can watch the replay. So, yes, December 21st. Yeah, I mean, there was 1,000,001 things that were supposed to happen that day. So, whatever. I don't subscribe to any of those dates, blackout dates, or they're gonna drop a nuke on us. Like, I'm gonna wait till they drop a nuke on us. I'm like, oh shit, they were serious. But I can't subscribe to those dates anymore. They just, don't get me wrong. I put it in the back of my head, but I don't sit there and think about it. With that, guys, going back to the guy that jumped off the cliff, he didn't do it, by the way. All right, so he didn't do it. His friends talked him out of it, or his wife talked him out. Somebody in his family talked him out of it. What's going to happen May 18th? Nothing. Like, it's going to be more of nothing, guys. Now, yes, JD, that's different. That's not an end of the world date, though. That's just a date that Putin is going to make a major announcement on May 9th, right? That's different from end of the world dates. That's not an end of the world date. That's probably the beginning of World War III come May 9th. But we have to wait and see what he says. We'll probably hear that in the early mornings by the time we get up, right? Because they hit that day first before we do, some shit like that. So we'll get it here. By the time we get up, we'll have known what he said and what he's going to do. But supposedly he's going to push through the Ukraine and he's going to throw everything he has at it. That means what's on the table now, guys, is tactical nukes and chemical warfare. That's on the table. If that's the announcement he's going to make. Right? So if he makes that announcement, then all bets are off. Then we're headed in another direction of pretty much guaranteed war. Guaranteed Third World War and a possible nuclear war. Brent says, I'll turn 61 on May 18th. Well, happy early birthday. JD says, is Putin on our side? Putin's on nobody's side but the people himself. I love when people, like, again, they glorify Putin. I'm like, yo, the motherfucker is like a billionaire, and his people are fucking struggling to make ends meet, right? We throw our politicians under the bus for fucking making more money than they should actually be making, and Putin, he is a fucking billionaire. He's the richest world leader. The richest. And yet somehow he's a saint. Apocalyptic Ben says Putin is on his side only. He's only right. He's only on his side. He's not for us. He's not for anybody. He's not for his people. He's not a freedom-loving dude, man. He's just out for himself, man. He's got that money that proves it, right? If he's a billionaire, he should be doing something with that money for his country, but he's not. The hell with Putin. Yeah, I mean, like, enough already. We need to get these two people out of office. We need Putin out, and we need fucking the old guy running around thinking he's president of the United States. We need to get him out, But whatever. Yeah, Putin only cares about himself. Exactly. He's always been like that. That's the crazy shit. He's always been like that. And for some reason, 90% of the world leaders are in it with Putin. You think so? Because I know that there's a few leaders that are in on this bullshit with him, but I don't think like the UK Prime Minister and our president's in on it. Sorry. No, JD. So Putin wants his own new world order. He doesn't want to subscribe to this new world order. That's the complication that the World Economic Forum is seeing. That is the curveball that they're seeing. They thought that this was going to go off without a hitch, and now you have fucking another entity, China and Russia, because China and Russia are together. China and Russia are teaming up to start their own new world order. I think we need more than the 18, Paladin. We definitely need more than that. Yeah, I mean, listen, guys. We're up shit's creek without a paddle with a lot of shit, and unfortunately, we can only wait. That's it. We can't do much about it. I mean, listen, there are a couple things we could do about it, but until people are ready to do something about it, nothing's going to happen. Putin is not cleaning up Ukraine and the U.S. biological labs. I don't know where you got that bullshit from, but he's not cleaning up the Ukraine. Russia has a ton of biolabs as well. Secondly, the Ukraine is its own country. That would be like if Putin and China teamed up and came into the United States and said, we're cleaning up your country because of your biolabs. Would you sit by and be like, oh, okay, he might be right? No, you wouldn't allow it because it's not his country. Ukraine is not his country. I don't care what the fucking excuse is. It's not his country. So he is not cleaning up any fucking biolabs. The biolab shit was bullshit. Yes, there are biolabs there, but not all biolabs are nefarious, guys. I would wish you guys would stop reading the fucking Redneck Gazette and fucking use your own mind and do your own research. Not every biolab in the world is nefarious, including China's. Not all of their biolabs are nefarious, nor is Russia's, nor is ours. So stop with the fucking, the bullshit about him cleaning up fucking Ukraine. He ain't cleaning up shit. He's probably getting his prostate clean, but that's all that's fucking being cleaned. But everybody else who's fucking, sitting there like, oh, he's doing a good thing. He ain't doing shit. And if you believe that, you might, listen, I got a fucking bridge to sell you with a fucking leprechaun under there who's holding on to a pot of fucking gold. Because you guys are fucking ridiculous to bullshit. Yes, the Redneck Gazette. I get that monthly, by the way. Teaches me how to be a redneck. But anyway, who's talking to somebody else? All right. Yeah, guys, listen. Reconvene. I don't know what the trigger will be. I'm not waiting for it, man. I'm really not. It's whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. All we could do is sit by and watch it happen. The 19th century douchebag. I like that. That's a nice one, man. The 19th century douchebag. Holy shit. Some of you guys got some clever fucking YouTube names, man. Like, seriously. Charlie, yes, NATO is to blame for it, but what does that matter? Again, you're blaming NATO. It's Ukraine's country. They do what the fuck they want. It's amazing how, again, thank you, Charles, for letting this rant go. It's amazing how you people will sit there and go, well, NATO's to blame, and the UN, and so the fuck what? The Ukraine is their own country. They do what the fuck they want. Now, all of a sudden, you're siding with Putin because Putin doesn't like what's going on in Ukraine. They are their own country. We are our own country. Will we like another country coming in here telling us how to fucking operate? No. So why should that be okay there? Holy shit. It's fucking asininely stupid when people say shit like that. Oh, well, NATO is at hand. It's their country. If fucking Ukraine wants to suck NATO's dick till they come all over their faces, that's on them, not us. I don't know, prepping for it. Do you think they're coming for the cures for the cancers in those labs? I wish there were cures in that country, but cures with it, but no. It's just, again, guys, it's fucking amazing how people are putting another politician, right? Another politician, Putin, who's a billionaire, who fucks his own people, destroys his opposition, has one state media on a pedestal. It makes no sense. So you motherfuck your own president, Biden that is, you motherfuck him because we should, because he's a psych patient, but then you turn around and go to a president who does worse in his country but makes it look nice. And then he goes, oh, well, he's a good guy. The Putin, man, he's, A-okay. It's like, what the fuck's going on with you guys? Use your fucking head. He's not the good guy. He'll never be the good guy. He's always a fucking dick-faced moron. I mean, like, all of these guys are dick-faced morons. And you know why they're all dick-faced morons? Because they are going to get us into some shit that they can get out of, but we can't. Right? They're going to set the fucking nukes go, and then we are going to fucking sit there and go, oh, man, how's this going to turn out? Right? Some of us are going to get fucking, bad sunburn. Some of us are going to die. Some of us are going to die of starvation while they're hunkered down in their bunker, fucking getting away with it all. And fucking sitting there and living life in their bunker while the rest of us are fending for each other up here. Forest Preparedness, thank you for the donation. That's what it looks like, guys. And again, politicians, they put us in harm's way all the time. They do it all the time. Steve W said Putin became the world's richest man by putting rich. Oh, thank you, Steve W, for bringing that up, because there was an article about 7 oligarchs or rich guys in Russia that he killed. Thank you for bringing that up. Right. So again, he kills these guys, and he probably took their money, but I mean, there had to be more to that than him just taking their money. Uh-oh. Is there warring going on here? I see somebody motherfucking somebody else. Yes, DS Private, you are an asshole. Thank you for bringing that up. Somebody else just called him an asshole. Oh, Mario, thank you for bringing that up, Mario. Yes, DS Private, you're a fucking asshole. If you think that fucking you want Putin, then you're president, then move the fucking Russia, dick face. Holy shit. I'm not even gonna bother. You know why? Because that was an asshole comment, and you are an asshole for making that comment. Holy shit. Thank you, Mario123. I saw that. He was like, you're an idiot. You're a fucking idiot, DS. Holy shit. You rather him be your president? Listen, when people were doing that shit with Obama, when they were like, I'd rather have Putin as my president than Obama, you're a fucking moron. Period. Putin is a dictator, guys. Just because they don't go under the fucking guise of communism doesn't mean they're not a communist country. Putin's not better than Biden. You know what? Putin's better than Biden as far as mental capacity goes, maybe, but not as far as presidency goes. But again, Frank Rizzo, DS Private, if you think Putin's better, that makes you a dick. And I'll call you guys out. I don't have a fucking problem with it. Because anybody who thinks Putin is a greater president than an American president, whether the American president's an asshole or not, he doesn't beat fucking any president, because he is an asshole backstabber. Putin's always been a backstabber. He's backstabbed his way through the fucking KGB, and he's going to backstab his way through through World War II. DS Private. Okay, so he hasn't tried to kill me with the arm cancer, so he didn't try to kill, but he'll kill you with a fucking nuke. Are you kidding me? Like, listen, I'd rather take my chances with a nuclear attack, yes, but that's the dumbest reason to fucking like a fucking president. Putin is afraid. That's the problem. He is scared. Why? Because you believe in the bullshit? Again, you believe in the one-state media. Putin is scared. Don't believe that bullshit. And yes, Freedom Lorraine, if I said your name right. If I said it wrong, please correct me. Freedom Lorraine, yes. All world leaders are a piece of shit. Period. No, we cannot ban DS Private for trolling. DS Private's been on here for a while. He's not a troll, but he likes Putin. I mean, I guess I shouldn't, gone off on a tear because it's his opinion, but whatever. I get it. Oh, my mother's on here, so she just heard most of my rant. Mom, thank you for the donations. I do appreciate it. Okay. Then that's that. And Huntress or Hunter, yeah, Putin's KGB. He is smart and calculated. Thank you. Absolutely. Yeah, someone says, aha. Tina, we don't know anything firsthand. Yes, you are right. We don't. But I've been following Putin for years now. And a lot of this shit that he's done, and this is other news sources, not here in the United States, have said the shit he has done. Again, anybody who works for the KGB is like anybody who works for the CIA. Do you trust them? No. So if you don't trust anybody who's former CIA, why the fuck would you trust somebody who's former KGB? That's the basis of it. And Putin has been proven to treat his opposition like shit. It's been proven. So it's not like it's a theory. It's not a fucking, conspiracy theory. It's firsthand shit that we've read from the guy he threw in jail. Again, like the January 6th guys, right? It's the same thing. Pope said NATO was barking at... Yes, devotee, I saw that. Listen, whatever the Pope says, just let it go in one ear and out the other, please. It's not even worth fucking talking about. Pepper Force says a ton of history is one big lie for the last reset they did. I guess, yeah, you're right. Wolf Mule, man, thank you for the donation. Thank you for joining me tonight. But yes, guys, listen, you guys want to support Putin, do me a favor. Get your fucking ass on a plane and go to Russia and stay there. And then live there for a week or two and then tell me how it is. Right? You guys want to support another president? Move there. Move. Go. Bye. Vamoose. Kick rocks. No one fucking loves you. No one's going to miss you. You know? But when you go there and you come back, you'll be like, oh, it was wrong. Yeah. Then you're going to fucking buy me a can of Pepsi. Not Spam. Some of you thought I was going to say Spam. Nope. Pope is a joke. Yeah. So, guys, with that, I'm going to head off the air now and head over to the Angry Truth channel. Again, that's going to be shorter, so it'll probably be about 20 minutes, maybe 15. And then we're going to move over there. Or ask Snowden, he tells. But doesn't tell you. He says, oh, you can ask Snowden. He tells you, but he doesn't tell you. Yeah, Snowden's another one. I mean, like, I get what Snowden did, but that didn't work out well. Not the way he wanted it to, anyway. But anyway, guys, see you guys later. Mom, thank you again for the donation. I will see you guys over in the Angry Truth channel in 5 minutes. 4 minutes.